Casual Gamer Oz here on F1 2017 Career Mode Season 9. We're at Silverstone. Let's go into this. Now, decided on to do something here, folks. We're going to get pole here, and we're going to go for our crash fest, of course, in the race with either Mercedes or Ferrari, of course, as we've been doing all season after we fucked up the first 5 rounds. But I'm going to then do well for the last half of the season. I know we're not going to win the championship, but let's see how far we can make it by trying to win the remaining 10 Grand Prix of the season. So that is what we're going to do. That includes winning in Japan, something which we've never done without rigging this game. So we are going to try our darndest to do our best in the remaining 10 races. This, of course, is a halfway point. And, of course, we'll be then entering our final 30 races in career mode here in F1 2017. So we've had our fun for these 10. We saw a non-Ferrari Mercedes AI driver win. That, of course, was Romain Grosjean winning for Haas in the last Grand Prix. So we achieved one of those goals that we wanted to set out to do. So this is just a last ditch to really maybe take Vettel out so we can allow Bottas with a better chance. And we'd like to see Bottas win the championship, if obviously we're not going to, because he's the only one of the top 4. Nii Raikkonen, who hasn't won the championship in this career mode. So that's what we'll do here, and then we'll be back to normal attempts from Hungary onwards. So there you go. That is what we have decided to do. Meantime, so we're going to get ourselves a nice little pole position here, of course, as we do that and cross the line in pole. So we will take our 7th pole of the year. Boom shakalaka. And oh no, Vettel didn't get 2nd. That's going to affect our little chop at the beginning here. Little Louie. Lulu took it. Oh well. Good on you, Lulu. Gonna yawn again. Interesting little stat just to go off there. China, when we retired, that was actually the very first time we had retired in China in all of our races. So there's a random stat for you. That was the only Grand Prix, I believe, that we have never retired from until now. So we've officially retired from every Grand Prix, and we've officially won every Grand Prix. There's a silly little stat for you. Alrighty. Halfway point of the season. Time to get ridiculous. Oh, I can't stop yawning. Interesting too, our most retirements in a single season is 11. And that was our very first season on F1 2016. So we can even prevent ourselves from having that little record, or equaling it, breaking it, whatever you want to say. Yeah. Alright.
With that then, let's run through the...
Yeah. Alright, we'll go for the chop, then the reverse chop. Okay, yawning! Straight into Lewis. We've pushed him well off track there. Whoa, he's clipped me again. Whoa, a big run on there on Verstappen. Damage the front wing. I'm going to drive into the Ferrari and the Mercedes. Just like that. Managed to cause them some massive dramas there. Yeah, I know you're seeing a significant amount of damage, Jeffrey. We will box this lap to please your little prick of a self. Shouldn't surely have to request front wing repairing after that, considering we're red and a yellow. Yeah, Jeffrey, I'm already requested to pit, you dickhead. Don't know why you're saying change the strategy. Who's actually leading this Grand Prix then? I guess we'll find out shortly. It's not Vettel or Bottas. I don't think it would be Hamilton. Oh, hello, former... No, I thought that was a former teammate of mine. It wasn't. Never mind. Well, I'm losing all signs of downfalls here. Well, that's a former teammate of mine. Actually, it's not. It's the guy who replaced me. He'll have to pit. Just to make sure. I'll put it on yes, just so that we don't have any little cock-ups. Thank you very much. Alright. Pit away. Skiviat behind me as well. We'll hold him up. Vettel's last. Well, was last. I don't know where Hamilton is. And who set the fastest lap there? I wasn't paying attention. It might have been Verstappen. Maybe I had some weird image of that out of my corner of my eye. Alright. So, we're going to have to slow ourselves down. How's our team, ex-team there doing in Skiviat? When you get ahead of him. Does look very nice, that car, doesn't it? It's a shame we were so sick of driving it. Oh, I'm going to yawn again. I'm going to lean mode just to be slow. Oh, okay. Just push me off the track. Fair enough. See you, Dan. Off you pop, Sonny Jim. Now, there's no way, even if I crash out of this race, that you could have Sebastian Vettel winning this race. He's 18th. And he's not going to make up 17 places in less than 3 laps. So, I'm calling bullshit on that if they manage to do that somehow. We need to travel slower than this, Ben, otherwise we're not actually going to get lapped. We have to limp around this track. And we're about to see the cars cross the start-finish straight. Who is leading? It's Ricciardo leading. I think it's a Red Bull 1-2 at the moment. We want to take out Hamilton. See if we can have actually no Ferraris or Mercedes on the podium. Don't know if we've ever achieved that little feat. I'm just revving this little engine up. Feathering the throttle. And we know moving forward that we're going to try and do well. How does that look in terms of overheating? Nothing. Alright. Don't mind me. How's your day going, folks? You enjoying watching this video? Wasting your time watching this pretty crappy video? Alright, we've got them coming up to us now. Got Ricciardo, Verstappen, and Hamilton's third. Alright. We'll let them go through so we can catch up to Lulu. So Perez is in 4th. So we can have a Red Bull 1-2 and a Force India in 3rd. We'd be pretty satisfied with that. We just need to take out Lewis Hamilton. No matter if we cut a few corners and get a couple of penalties, who gives a shit? Well, I'm actually entering lap... Well, they're entering lap 4. At least it's realistic enough to say that they wouldn't set a fastest lap when I held them up, so that's a slight positive on the realism scale. And where Bottas is, see that little battle that they had, took out Vettel and Bottas. I'm just hanging on to the back here. We know I've actually got a faster car than the Mercedes. Red Bull actually is the most complete car in the package according to the overall scheme of things. But in terms of top line, straight line speed, power on the engine, we are a mile ahead of these guys. As you can see here, gaining on Lulu. Brake there a little bit too heavily there, Ben, it seemed. Well, when you get DRS here. Your home Grand Prix, Lewis. I know it is. Doesn't mean that I have to like you. Whoa! I at least spun him. Oh, and I retired myself. Damn it! I mean, I know that's what I'm trying to do, but at the same time, it's like you want to be able to get back on the track to ensure that you don't have a weird result where they say, "Oh no, actually, he came back and won." Oh, actually, no, I did take him out of the race. I take that back. Oh, and I lost my rear wheel. That's what happened there. Alrighty. So, we do officially know that if a Ferrari wins this race, or Bottas, it's rigged. It's got to be Red Bull winning this Grand Prix right now. And hopefully, we've done it so that it'll be a Red Bull 1-2 and a Perez on the podium. Let's just double check here, Focaroonies. Let's double check ski. Come on, be nice, be nice, be nice. Red Bull, Christian Horner, there he is.
Oh, another fantastic victory for Red Bull today.
He looks a bit pixelated there, Christian.
Anthony, what do you
It's Ricciardo, good. Australian still won. So Ferrari, Mercedes, Haas, and Red Bull have won Grand Prix this season. That's Lance Stroll as a mechanic there, wasn't it? Grosjean, race winner from last round. 5th. Good follow-up. And we do. We have no Mercedes or Ferraris on the podium. Andrew knew he's on the podium. Oh, it's nice. Well done. Do a shoey. Do a shoey. Do a shoey. So, no Mercedes or Ferraris in that top 10. No Toro Rossos or McLarens, though. But, yeah. Ricciardo up into 2nd. Wow, Ricciardo could win this championship. Who knew? Alright, so we're going to make up 163 points in the last 10 rounds. Not going to happen. But, you know, let's say, so if we were to get 10 wins, that's 250 points. I reckon we could get top 5. Win us the Constructors' Championship. Red Bull leading. Interesting times here on Casual Gamer Oz. Our most open season to date. But I think I've lent a little bit of a helping hand in that. Alright, so we're going to our last 10. We'll have an invitation here that obviously we won't do. But hopefully we can get ourselves a nice little catch up as we try and actually decide a race in this season. Try and win the remaining 10 Grand Prix of the year. How would that sound? I think it sounds pretty good to me. Alrighty. Yep. 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 We're in the red zone. We might get a warning here. Overdue warning. And we won't do any of those. Alright. We'll speak to you in Hungary. Thanks for tuning in to Casual Game Rolls. Good night.